welcome to my video. How's everybody been? What's your new passion project been lately? A portion of today's video is actually sponsored by Ana Luisa Jewelry. I really do try my best to be sustainable. Ana Luisa does sustainable jewelry. They are all about creating high quality jewelry that shouldn't cost the planet, and I can attest to that because their jewelry is definitely very high quality. They start their pieces at $39. Feel free to use my discount code Rafaella10 to get 10% off of your purchase. I picked a few pieces myself, so I have these earrings over here. Friendly reminder, I do have stretched earlobes. I have gauges. I put tape behind my ears to make the earrings poke through, but it works, you know? And I did pick out this bracelet as well. It is a bamboo bracelet. It's like an adjustable bamboo bracelet. It's good because when you clamp it and then when you unclamp it, it doesn't lose its shape. Also, something I really want to highlight is that they come in these really cute packages. I think they feel like hemp material, but all of their jewelry comes in this. Yeah, feel free to check out their jewelry. Now let's get into the video. If you want to see some solid dupes for some of your favorite brands, I mentioned a bunch of them in this video, so let's begin. The first thing I'm gonna do is go in with this guy. This is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Lift, Brow Freeze, the Anastasia Brow Freeze.
Took you long enough.
I like this so much more. You can purchase the little spoolie that comes with it as well, and it has this like spatula side, this like little flat spatula over here, and then it has the spoolie that I bent. So the spoolie is meant to put the product into your eyebrows, and then the spatula, I guess, is meant to flatten it. For being honest, I don't really use the spatula that much, but I mean, it's cool to have. So I'm gonna go in with the Brow Freeze. Brow lift. With the brow lift, I'm just gonna scoop some out. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. I'm just gonna brush it up into place. And this just really gives your brows that like wet dimensional look. You can already see it gives them that laminated look. And the reason I like this one more than the Anastasia is because the Anastasia one flakes really hard on me. I've been using this for the last month now, and it doesn't flake. If you watched one of my previous videos, you'll see that I struggled with white crusties from all of these brow laminating gels. Insert flashback here. White crusties, white crusties, white crusties, white crusties. Yeah. Nice. I've heard a lot of people say that they don't like how wet it is afterwards because it doesn't really dry down. It doesn't dry down into a gel or anything like that. It kind of just stays wet and glossy throughout the day. But you know what? I don't mind that because it does keep my eyebrows in place regardless. So look at the difference. That's Gorgina. I love it. This eyebrow never wants to cooperate, so they're gonna look different. But it's okay. Symmetry is not beauty. Symmetry is preference. Feel free to quote me on that. Symmetry can be beauty too. Crazy.
You're crazy, girl.
I'm gonna flood this video with TikTok references. I already know it, but it's who I am. I love it. These look so good. Okay. Now the reason I do these first and foremost is because then whenever I go in with my foundation or concealer or anything around my brow area on my skin, if I would do this part afterwards, it would move all of that foundation around. So I start with this and then I put my foundation on afterwards. Na 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 na. That's not a real song. Do not demonetize me, YouTube. I just made that up. Okay, so I finally got it. I finally got it. Got it. The e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I got two. There were only two left at the Target near me, and I was like, they had two left, shade 1 and shade 3. Ideally, I would be shade 1. They look the same. Ideally, I would be shade 1, but now I'm a little bit more tan, so I wanted shade 2, but they didn't have it. So I was like, you know what, let me just get 1 and 3, mix them. I did test them both out last night, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't need 3 at all. Shade 1 works perfectly for me, even when I am a little bit tan. I know, this is me tan.
Crazy.
So let's go ahead and put this on. I have the Halo Glow Liquid Filter shade 1. It's like this. doe foot applicator is huge. And let's get it. And when I first put this on, I was like, you hear that noise? Ew. First put this on, I was like, wait, this is not my shade. This is far too yellow and far too orange for me. So I was a little concerned. That's why I kind of think I'm gonna stick with the Charlotte one because the shade is a little bit better for me. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. buffing foundation brush. Every single thing I'm gonna use in this video is purely drugstore, even my brushes. And honestly, I would use this brush either way because it's the best. It blends in pretty nicely. My lighting is awful. I'm so sorry about that. I'm still learning YouTube and I don't have lights set up, so I'm using natural lighting. And the sun isn't even from here. The sun is coming in from there. You can kind of tell too. The more I go this way, the brighter it is. I'm gonna put that on. Beautiful. So as you can see, this is really, really glowy, really soft, just looks natural. I love the way the brush blends it out, but I am gonna kind of press it in with my sponge as well. This is my Wet n Wild sponge. It's the best sponge ever. I love this one. I will always use this one. I have, what is that? What is that? So I'm just gonna use this to kind of press that in because I do still see this on top of my skin. So my verdict for this versus the Charlotte Tilbury one is that they are like 98% the same. In my last video, I said that the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter is such a unique product and there's not a single product out there that compares to it. And then e.l.f. was just like, yeah, we'll see about that. The only difference I would say is maybe the shades vary. I do kind of see it on my skin more than I see my Charlotte Tilbury one, but still not that much of a difference. So A+ product. Moving on, we're gonna do concealer. Typically I would use my NYX Bear With Me concealer. Look how dirty this is. I usually keep my makeup really clean. I like to keep all of my beauty products very hygienic, but I think, wow, but I already highlighted this in a previous video. This is my favorite concealer. Don't get me wrong, but I do want to highlight another concealer, which is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate concealer. It's a doe foot applicator as well, so I'm just gonna put a little bit. Ooh, that's too light. I forgot I'm tan. Oh, this is not gonna look good. That's okay. I hate when there's a giant contrast between my foundation and concealer. Also, I totally didn't even mention, I know that this Halo Glow liquid filter is just a glow booster for radiant skin. It's not like a full-blown foundation, but I mean, it kind of is. This is essentially a foundation. Another thing I'll add is that it's a little bit more full coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury one is. The Charlotte Tilbury one is much more sheer, in my opinion. Okay, that works. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't look bad. You know what I want to make a comment on? You know that one technique that everybody's been doing with their concealer and they put it in this corner and then over here and then they blend the entire thing out? Am I the only one that thinks that's useless? I don't understand. You're still blending it out across your entire eyelid. What's the point? I just don't know. Everybody's been freaking out about the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. I too have been freaking out about it and I haven't been able to get my hands on it in my shade. But then I saw this, the Revolution Beauty Cream Bronzer. I got the shade Light. I think it's like almost the same thing. So many brands have this concept where you have like a putty, creamy bronzer. I think the Charlotte Tilbury one is a little bit more moussey, kind of more of like a souffle vibe. And this one is more creamy, but you know what? It gets the job done and I am good with that. The one downside is that this is so perfumey. There's a good amount of fragrance in this, but I do really love the formula and the fragrance does dissipate relatively quickly, so that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Real Techniques, what is this? 200 Expert Face Brush. It's like a tapered face brush. I'm gonna dip it into that. Let me just swatch this so you can see. I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna put some right here. really, really, really creamy. Just easily blendable, easily spreadable. Yeah. Because this isn't necessarily the most cool toned bronzer I have, but it works. Anyway, so let's just place that there. Up, 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 up. Put a tiny bit down here and I bring it up there just to enhance the jawline a little bit, even though I'm already a box. It's cool. All right, like that. And then whatever's left, I put on my eyelid because I like to keep everything within the same color category. And then I'm just gonna take my handy dandy sponge and press that all into place too. Nice. Next, we're gonna do blush. So this has gone viral a handful of times. This shade just went viral recently, the Ruby shade, and it's like very, very red. I don't know why this shade just went viral. The other ones went viral a while ago. This blush is good. This is the Pixi On The Go blush. The one downside is that there's like, the stay power is not amazing. It does fade, for me at least, but the packaging is so convenient and compact. It's like, it's very thin, see, that you can just throw it in your bag. Honestly, I throw blush in my bag anyway and just reapply it throughout the day. Let me just clip my hair up really quickly because it's starting to bother me. I hate feeling hair on my neck. As I was saying, the Pixi On The Go blush, I just throw it in my bag and reapply it. So let's go ahead and use this. Swipe. That's a lot, but it's okay. This isn't like the Rare Beauty blush where if you put like a tiny dot, it just consumes your whole face. This is very sheer. So I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm just gonna blend that out. And I know the red color scares some people, so that's probably why it didn't go as viral as all the other ones did, because they're softer, pinkier, mauvier colors. But the red is not, it's not that red. It kind of just turns into a light pink. So it's really beautiful. This is the one that I immediately flocked to when these first came out. I've actually had this for a long time. That. Kind of bring it upward, put a little bit on my eyelid. This is just what I like to do. Like I said, I try to keep everything in the same color categories. Moving on to highlighter. The Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Highlighter, again, is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. Let's go ahead and, what is that? Oh my God, it exploded. I think I broke it. I also took this on vacation with me and I had it in a bag that I probably sat on. Let's just do like little dot there, little dot there, little dot there. We're gonna take the sponge again. I know I'm using the same sponge for everything, but like, it's fine. It's still pretty clean. Let's use this side. It's the cleaner side. Let's just dab that in. This dries down really quickly. As you can see, the dot that I initially put down is it's kind of drying, but I mean, it doesn't, if you press it hard enough, it does blend. I put it right under my brow bone as well, just to highlight that. Have you guys seen that video of Ariana Grande putting on her highlighter from her R.E.M. Beauty collection? And she's just like, roll the clip.
Holy shit. Are you shitting me?
Her video was just bad lighting. I'm sure from her perspective, she was looking at it and it looked phenomenal. Oh, I need to like show you in better lighting how pretty this is. Okay, this is what the skin is looking like so far. And I mean, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I love it. So I'm gonna go in with the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium. It's not talc free. I don't know if the world is still freaking out about that one documentary, Not So Pretty, where they kind of highlighted how bad talc is for you. I am still trying to finish this one. Once I finish it, I'm going completely talc free, but this does have talc in it, just throwing it out there. So this is the powder, just like that. And when I said we're using all drugstore products, I did not lie. This brush is Rite Aid brand. Rite Aid Renewal, okay? I wonder if that means it's like sustainable or something. That'd be cool. This brush is okay. It is what it is. It's like a stippling brush. I've also had this for years. I try to be as resourceful as I can possibly be. If I bought it, I'm gonna get my use out of it. I'm just gonna powder where I typically get oilier. So my forehead, over here, and over here. I worked really hard to make my face shiny. I wanna keep it shiny. I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I'm gonna go in with my holy grail brow product, which is this guy, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Take this guy and use it, and I use the shade Ash Brown because it's a cool tone and it matches my eyebrows and my hair. And I'm not gonna fill in my entire eyebrow. I don't really like that like boxy brow look. I'm just gonna fill in wherever I have sparseness. The one thing I will call out with this e.l.f. brow lift is that it does keep your brows wet, so when you're trying to put brow product on, it can be a little hard, but still not as hard as it would be if your brows were fully gelled down and hard. You know what I mean? Because they're still soft, they're still moist. I always start either from the middle to the end, and then I go in the front afterwards, because I always want that to be the softest bit of my brow. People still like makeup tutorials. I do. I think they're so therapeutic. That's why I'm sitting here making one. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. I know they're not like completely even, but it's okay. I'm gonna do eyeshadow. Where is she? I hope they still have it in stores. I think they still have it in stores, but this is the NYX Roll On Shimmer. I'm just gonna roll it on my eyelid like that. And I have this brush. I think this is a Wet n Wild brush. It's dirty. Yeah. I got this at Dollar Tree. This is like a rose gold glitter. Then I would love to highlight Revolution Beauty because they are truly the stars of today's show. We have not one, not two, but 3 Revolution products in this video. I love you.
I love you.
I used to be a Wet n Wild girl.
Whatever that means.
The Wet n Wild liquid liner was my go-to liquid liner. But this one, it honestly does take the cake. It is so pigmented, and let me show you why I love it. This is why I love it. I can tight line with this and it does not burn my eyes and it stays put all day. Look. It doesn't bleed or anything. It stays right there. So easy. Look, I'm blinking and it's not transferring. Oh. All right, my liquid liner's done, my brows are done. We're basically almost done. Next, we're gonna go in with mascara. You know how this went? I went to Target and I was like, I need a new mascara. Standing there staring at the Milani section, and this was the first mascara I saw, and I was like, oh, it kind of looks good. It's the anti-gravity mascara, and I'm like, okay, the one thing that my lashes struggle with whenever I put mascara on is that they always drop. So this said anti-gravity. I was like, okay, it's gonna keep them on all day. And I went on TikTok and I typed in best drugstore mascara. And of course, the first video that popped up was of this one. And I was like, okay, I can't tell if it's just like in my head, if my algorithm is just picking up on where I am and precisely which location I'm standing in, latitude, longitude, Target in the Milani section. Whatever though, I bought it and it's good. I have tried this out and it did keep my eyelashes up all day. And whenever I put my mascara on, I always shake back and forth. It's good. It's great, okay? It does a great job. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna put any mascara, any eyeliner, or any eyeshadow on my under eye because that's actually what I've been liking lately. I feel like it's making me look a little bit more wide-eyed. You know what I mean? Next, we're just gonna do the lips. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. lip stain. This is like the liquid lip stain that also went viral. Everything goes viral nowadays. 90% of the products aren't even like great. Everything just goes viral. This product is good, okay? This is the e.l.f. I don't know what this is. sort of lip stain, but the shade is called Pinkies Up, and it's like this like pink shade. Let's put it on. Everyone's been obsessing over the Fenty Beauty Poutsicles, and I have the shade My Type. I do really like it, but it's too pink for me. So we're gonna go ahead and just use the e.l.f. and I'm gonna put that on, and you can see it's like super nude, right? But wait for it. It's getting darker. I'm gonna let this intensify a little bit, and then I'm gonna wipe it off because I want it to be like a lip stain. But yeah, see? That gave a really pretty soft and subtle stain. The product itself is great on its own. You don't have to wipe it off. I just wiped it off because I wanted more of like a little flush of color. And I also want to put lip liner on top of it, and it's hard to put lip liner on when you have a glossy finish. I'm gonna go in with my NYX lip pencil in the shade 831 Mauve. I typically use 810 Natural, but I'm feeling a little spicy today. So always make sure you're using a sharpened lip pencil because you'll get a way better, more precise line. Both of those shades just kind of like blend in together nicely. So final touch, I'm gonna go in with my blush that I broke, my e.l.f. Hello Halo blush, the Rite Aid brush. I'm gonna go in with that powder because I don't want it to look crazy. I just want like a nice, like a little bit. So yeah, tea. I love this stuff. For a powdered blush, it just, Blushlighter stays on, it stays put. If you want, you can add a gloss. I do really like the Wet n Wild, this guy. I don't know, it's like pink and shimmery, and it reminds me of Lip Smackers. It also reminds me of this one Marc Jacobs lip gloss that I used to use back in the day. Just a nice little shine, some glitter in it, smells like candy. And that is my look. And again, thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring a portion of today's video. These earrings make me feel good. You can use my code Rafaella10 to get 10% off of your purchase on analuisa.com. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye. Focus, focus.